Did you forget who is it really about? When you find yourself reacting to everything and everyone around you, I want you I want you to remember that it's not about them. It's not about the circumstances. It's never been. It's always about you. It's about how you value yourself, what you believe about yourself, and what you believe about different areas of your life, how confident you are, and how can you decide firmly what's gonna happen in your life. It never was and never been about them or about outside things. It always starts with you. Um, with you trusting yourself, trusting the process, because you know your worth and value and you have good beliefs about yourself and your life. So no matter what's going on around you, you always have the choice to stop, pause, remember who you are, and decide how you organize yourself to stay in that state that you know that you create your reality. You have the choice on what you focus on. Are you focusing on what you can do or what you cannot do? Are you focusing on what is missing or are you grateful for what you have? You have the choice to organize your day in a way that will support your self-belief and self-confidence, and what you don't like about your day and the way you behave. You can say, okay, stop that. This is not going to be my life. This is not going to be my story. And I'm going to put myself in a position mentally and physically to not allow anything outside of me to intimidate me or make me feel defeat or giving up. I know what my worth, what my value, what I believe about myself, and I choose how to organize my day and my life to stay in that state and not allow outside stuff to make me feel things I don't want to make myself feel. And this is a choice. Believe it or not, this is a choice. I want you to not managing circumstances all the time, but I want you to create the life that you want. No matter where you are, figure out how you can improve your routines and your days and do things that are independent of any circumstances and allow you to internally rise above them, because you can always find your own grounding and your own groove. Circumstances are circumstances, but you have always the choice to stay grounded in your self-belief and allow only what supports you and your well-being and your groove. So how you're responding to circumstances and people is what creates. And continuously respond and identification creates patterns. And sometimes it's undesirable patterns. To break these patterns, you need a new response. If you realize that stuff that's happening outside you make you angry or push your buttons or whatever, you need to be aware of that and to choose new response that is generated from new identity, new assumption and belief about yourself, a new you. It's not about anything or anyone outside of you. It's completely within your control. The only thing that you are changing is you. Deliberately. Change is good. Change is easy. That's the only affirmation you want to say to yourself. Because Some people like, I don't want to change, I don't want, like they are so afraid, and we have to start to adopt the knowledge and the belief that when we change ourselves, our realities change for the good. So when you find yourself spiraling and your energy is obviously not focused, but is the energy of everything or everyone around you, I want you to stop. I want you to pause and remember that it all starts with you. Actually being in creation mode, not reaction mode. Suddenly, you will find yourself breathing again. So, things can happen, people can say things, can do things that maybe usually push your buttons and make you immediately react. That's the moment you have to say, okay, stop for a second, I pause, I remember who I am, I remember what I want in my life and what I do not want in my life, and I'm gonna break this pattern. How? Again, I remember my value, I remember my worth, I adopt new beliefs if needed about myself and what I deserve and worthy of having and being in my life. And if I need to respond, not react, respond to the situation, I will respond from a different level of consciousness, different level of belief. And maybe I don't need to respond at all, because a lot of things don't really need your reaction, right? The idea is to recognize these things that push your buttons, that throw you out of your state, pause and think, realize, is this what I want in my life? Is this my story? Is this who I identify with? Do I need to respond or not? And how can I respond in a different way? And again, it's a choice. Awareness, recognizing yourself, your own worth, your own belief about yourself and everything in your life, and choose different reaction. That is the way to break patterns in your life. I know it might sound like way out there, and how the hell do I do that? And that's a big thing that we focus in the coaching, how to recognize pattern, recognize automatic reaction, and learn how to take a pause, take a distance from them, and break these patterns. So I invite you to either book a free call with me and talk about the coaching program, or read more about the coaching program and start breaking these patterns, because we all deserve to have life that we feel that we are in creation mode and not in reaction mode, and all the time just like, running around like crazy. So this is the time for you. You are invited. Links are below. I love you and have a beautiful day.